Hi, welcome to web design video. This is a list of suggestions how you should use this video. The notes for this video can be found at this URL, which is loaded here. All right. Okay, so this is where we stopped. We have all our files in CTAM Web Design 2024. Okay, and obviously we are trying to design something based on our sketch to the client. All right, and we stop at this folder, index.psd, so we are going to continue from here. So of course it is a Photoshop file. We are trying to finish the prototype before we can slice them, export the images, and code in HTML, CSS, Bootstrap framework. Okay. All right, this is where we stopped. So let's quickly zoom into that part. We finished the top banner. And this is the next thing we're going to do. We're going to do the Presbyterian logo and then the title and all that. Okay. All right, let's move in. Okay, and obviously that was the background layer. So we pretty much finished the background layer just now. So let's close the background layer, collapse the background layer, and lock the background layer. So we won't accidentally mess it up, what we have done. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to put it in the title and top navigation. So choose that layer. If you have not done so, let me close my properties so you can look at the whole layer. Choose title and top navigation. We are going to put the Presbyterian logo here, and that logo is in folder photo images. This is the logo we're going to use. Since you are doing our official logo, you have to get our official logo from the PC USA website. Okay, so if you're doing for organization, make sure you get the correct logo and get a permission to use that logo. So do a file open. And look at CTAM Web Design 2024, images collection. Open this. You can double click or you can click on open. And then do a window, arrange, to up vertical. So this is the left side and this is your right side. So your left side, right and left doesn't really matter. If you open right side, left side, that's fine too. So this is your Presbyterian logo and this is your index. You can switch between the two files this way. Okay, as you can see, when you choose index, you are looking at the title and top navigation layer. This one does not really matter because there's only one layer. So choose your move tool. If you try to move this over, it won't work. So you have to choose the rectangular marquee tool, no feather. Select everything. Do an edit copy. And then you come over here, pick the index file, and do an edit paste. So you have your logo here. All right, then we don't need this anymore. So close your symbol file, and this is your logo. All right, we need to put logo here. But before we do that, let's zoom in here. We want to get rid of the blue color. All right, so to do that, we use the magic wand tool. Where's my magic wand? Magic wand tool is here. All right, if Adobe changed the interface, magic wand tool is somewhere else, that's fine too. Just make sure you pick the magic wand tool. Tolerance level is how tolerant they are to similar color. So the higher the level is, the more tolerant they are. 32 probably is fine. Pick your blue and press the delete button. All right. Okay, when you press the delete button, the blue color is gone. Good, everything is great. And then do a select, deselect. Okay, so now you can move this up to the place that you want. So you zoom out a little bit. Use the move tool to move this here. All right, as you can see here, you do not put this in the gutter. If you put this in the gutter, it won't work. You won't be able to put it at the correct location. So you have to put it within one of the columns. So for us, it's the first column. Let me zoom in. Okay. To resize, use the move tool and then make sure that this is selected and then change the name to Logo Presbyterian. All right, and then you can resize this. Move to again, edit, transform, scale. When you transform, make sure the maintain aspect ratio is checked. If you uncheck this, it will be a big mess. So make sure this is checked. By default, it's checked. Move this closer. When you click on Move Tool, you will commit the changes so that you can move it here, zoom in again until you can see the pixels. We want around 2 pixels below here. Okay, below this guide. So do edit. Transform scale again. All right. Touching the top guide, touching the left guide, leave 3 pixels below here. When you press the move tool, you will commit the changes. All right. So it looks pretty good, but it's a little bit boring. There's no texture, so we are going to add a little bit of texture there. Do a file save first, just in case your Photoshop, crash or something. All right. So we are going to add a drop shadow. Okay, let's add a drop shadow. Make sure this is selected. You can use the FX button here to add a drop shadow. So the drop shadow window would come out. Make sure it's drop shadow. The first thing you do is uncheck the use global light. Okay, do not use global light because we are using different kind of light shadow effects on this page. The light come from different angles. Like just now when we did the rectangle, we used 90 degrees, but here we use 135. 135 basically means the light come from this direction here. Multiply black, distance 3 pixels, spread 0%, really solid, and size is 3 pixels. Okay, so we just use 3 pixels below here. So 303, say OK. So it looks really good, right? So let's zoom out, take a look. Okay, looks really good. Zoom out is alternate zoom. All right, file save. Right, the next thing we are going to do is we are going to write the First Presbyterian Church here, okay, of Singapore, Tennessee. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to use 5 columns, and again, we don't put the thing in the gutter because later you will not be able to. For this case, you can because later we are going to do like 6 columns, but yeah, just don't put the stuff in the gutter, okay? All right, choose your text horizontal type 2. Okay, change the color to EC, 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 which is one of the color we pick. Okay, it's close to one of the color we pick in the color palettes. Okay, EC, EC, it's not white, it's like dirty white, so that it's gentler for the eyes. All right, I may have picked a color similar to the logo. Okay, but anyway, EC, EC, EC. Okay, let me bring out the type, the character window character. Choose the font. Lucinda Sans, regular, 30 points. Bold here. Distance, let's do 30 for the distance first. Let's see how it goes. All right. And here, let's do a right alignment and type here. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's start from here. First, Presbyterian Church. Okay, it looks pretty good. And then move this. Use the move tool. Touch the top. Almost touching, but not exactly. If you want, you can actually really check, make sure it's touching. You can actually move 1 pixel on top. All right, now it's touching the top. And pretty much can touch the right. Close enough. All right. Okay, so we have the logo, really nice, but it's a little bit boring as well. So I want to add the drop shadow effect. So what you can do is use the move tool, alternate drag, alternate drag. Okay, so I dropped the same drop shadow effect here. Okay. Do a file save.